Hey friends, it's Ellen from North Girl Gone South, and it's time to get some cookie dough together. I split this up into a couple of videos because unfortunately I can only do one or two recipes a day with help because of, medical issues. So the first two that we're going to do today are the chocolate crinkle and snickerdoodles, which are Kenny's favorite. So the first one is the chocolate crinkle, and I doubled and some of these tripled the recipes because I give a lot of these cookies away for holiday get-togethers, neighbors, my mail lady, and stuff like that, the doctor's office. So I do make a lot of cookies, and I was lucky enough this year to have a ton of help to help mix. Well, I have my mixer, which is great. Anybody who is on the fence about buying a mixer, I love my KitchenAid. It was the best investment I ever made. But also to scoop the cookies, roll the cookies, I had tons of help. So that was huge for me to get these done this year. In the description box, I will be putting the ingredients for single recipes. But like I said, I'm double and tripling some of these, but you decide how many you made. Most of my recipes I doubled or tripled so that I could get between 80 and 100 cookies per recipe. Some of them were only around 60. But because I had so much help this year, it was a big difference from last year. So the chocolate crinkle cookies, I baked up a few because I'm using a different recipe than I did last year. I liked the recipe last year, but I wanted something that had a little more thickness to it, which the photos of this recipe did show that they were a little bit thicker. So I'm trying this recipe. Spoiler alert, they do turn out a little bit on the thicker side, a little fluffier. I did enjoy this recipe, so I'll probably be using this one. So I do bake up a few of these because I wanted to test the recipe. But the Snickerdoodles is the same recipe I used last year. I did bake some up because they are Kenny's favorite. So I wanted to make a few cookies for him. Some of them I do bake up. Some of them, if I'm using last year's recipes, I already know that they're good, so I'm not baking them up. Like my chocolate chip, my oatmeal raisin, and my sugar cookie recipe. Those are my 3 tried and true. So I didn't make any ahead on those during this dough session. But today's video is just the chocolate crinkle and the Snickerdoodle. So if you are interested in the cookie recipes, what I'm going to do when I bake them up, how I decorate them, when I make the trays to give away, then, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Definitely click the bell so you don't miss any videos or uploads that I do. I know the uploads are sporadic, but those of you who know about people with health issues and pain management and stuff like that, if you know, you know.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment.
I scooped up, or it had help with scooping up. I put them in the freezer, packaged them up. I did that with the Snickerdoodles, and I did that with the chocolate crinkle cookies. These Snickerdoodles I'm covering with cinnamon sugar because I'm baking them up. And the crinkle cookies that I bake up, I roll them in powdered sugar to bake them. The ones I put in the freezer are just plain dough. Don't roll them in any cinnamon sugar or powdered sugar. That I do before I bake them. So when they're ready, I'll take them out of the freezer, let them defrost a little bit. Then I'll roll them in the sugar to bake them. When I freeze them, I just freeze them plain. They're not decorated. They're not, I mean, I know some people do. I personally don't. So I just scoop them out, freeze them. I put them on the sheet, put them in the freezer, let them flash freeze, and then put them in containers, cover them, and stack them in the freezer for when I need them. These are the Snickerdoodles baked up. Nice, crunchy, delicious. Kenny loved them, ate them all. I'm lucky I got one. These came out perfect, so that I know the future ones. Sometimes when you try new recipes, you definitely want to try them out ahead of time. Not that you want to give gifts of a new recipe. These are the chocolate crinkles. Froze them, put them in the container, stacked them up in my freezer. And these are how the ones that I baked up came. They were perfect. So like I said, I think I'm going to stick with this recipe. They were nice and fluffy and thick, just how I wanted them. So this is it for this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
The fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the store say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. tomorrow.